Yo, what is going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. In this video, we're going to be taking a look at the semi-finals match of the monthly finals versus Vatra Gaming. Vatra actually beat out STMN in the quarterfinals, and this was a banger of the match, so I hope you do enjoy, but let's hop into it. Alright, so hopping into the first match on Ring of Fire, here's the bans. It's going to be Bonnie, Crow, Carl from Vatra, and we're going to ban Lou, Janet, Bonnie, and this is how the draft played out. So we first picked Leon, which in hindsight, maybe we should have first picked Ruffs. Ruffs is just such a well-rounded brawler, and Ruffs actually goes pretty well into Leon. However, it doesn't really matter. It's not the huge deal there between the first picks. However, they're going to lock in Russ and Amber, and then we proceeded to go Byron, Pam. Now, this is where I think we made the mistake, just because they do have last pick, as well as Amber is actually pretty good into Pam. It's pretty easy to hit your shots. So much fire is going to happen, and also Ruffs is just going to get so many power-ups, and eventually they'll be literally all powered up, very difficult to play. However, they're going to lock in a B last pick, which is a pretty solid pick, into Pam. And let's see how this one plays out, though. All right, here we go, hopping into the game, and we're going to be watching from Vatra's perspective. That's just basically what the stream did. So either way, you can see B's getting a ton of value already. However, we do get the kill very early on to B, so we're able to kind of get some control. But you can see Amber's doing so much damage with damage gear, and just the fact that, watch, Amber's going to press a gadget here soon enough, and it's going to run up the map and get so much value onto Tyrant. Zuan's doing his best healing up Tyrant. However, you can also see is Livy's kind of having a tough time versus Juan Carlos on the side. Now, I was wondering why they broke that right wall, the top right wall. As you see, Juan Carlos picks up his power up. But at the end of the day, I think the reason was because they didn't want the Pam turret behind it. So kind of smart, but I also really like that wall for Juan Carlos himself. But either way, that's kind of just a small thing besides the point. And now they have two teammates powered up, and we're not looking good. They have a lead. We have two teammates powered up as Livy's going to go in with Leon Invis, goes down to B. So a trade is not great in our hands, honestly, just because, again, they power up even more. So Tyrant's trying his best to juke out on so many things, but at the end of the day, you cannot juke out on Amber, and the B3Ks are going to come. B slows are going to come as well, and you can see, look at Amber just running up the map, getting so much value, and it's kind of difficult. So is Livy again going Invis? Unfortunately, not really getting any value, just because they kind of spot him out very quickly. We do have another Pam turret, so we're keeping this game close. However, at the end of the day, like I was talking about, they're all getting powered up. We're losing gadgets, we're running out of stuff, and it's becoming a little bit more and more difficult for us to play. And you can see as Livy having a rough time, no pun intended. Ruffs is actually just a really tough lane for Leon, in my opinion, and at this point they're locking in over like a 40% lead, and it's going to be very tough for us to come back as we all died inside the map. Here comes the B slow. Leon's going to go down. Pam goes down. And this game is literally over. I don't have to describe it to you anymore. They're just going to all stand in. They're going to get the time. And we're going to have to move on to the next game and change something up. All right, here we go. Game number 2. And we had to switch something up. So we decided to go Byron onto the Ruffs, which again is another tough matchup in my opinion. However, it seemed to work a little bit better just because we had Leon a little bit more aggressive onto this left side, able kind of to push up into their base every once in a while. So it kind of made them worry a little bit more. However, Tyrant gets a beautiful kill onto RBM right off the bat here. Again, kind of having a good start to these games. But like I said, they are going to get powered up. Here comes the wall break, and there you can see he's breaking Pam's wall for the turret, which is very smart from Juan Carlos. The first time I saw it, I was really questioning it. However, it makes a lot more sense as the Pam turret goes down. He does pick up a power up, and he's looking pretty menacing, honestly, on this right side. Very hard to deal with. Tyrant's doing his best, 1v2 kind of towards the mid with a little bit of heals from Zulon. But at the end of the day, Pam's HP is still not even enough for the likes of Amber and B. So his Livy here honestly has to push up. So there he goes. He gets Invis, is looking to push up. I think they know, or at least they kind of knew. But he does get a nice little bit of value. Oh, he kind of choked. I'm not going to lie. I didn't even see that happen inside the game. He kind of choked. He definitely could have got a kill onto RBM and survived there, but landed in the fire as well. So it's not looking great for us. Zuan does get a trade. Pam goes down. Again, we're losing at this point by quite a bit of percent here, 30% almost, and 30% is a lot inside a Ring of Fire. So here comes the turret from Livy, trying to sneak around the side. Tyrant's going to steal some ammo. Very nice steal from Tyrant, putting Pain extremely low as well, and we do have to kind of hold control at this point. So here comes the turret to heal us all up. Livy again has to go on this left side, but Juan Carlos just kind of switches lanes, which is a super nice heads up play from him. Izlivi trades, but again, the trades are not in our favor whatsoever. We need Izlivi up to get a kill and kind of stay alive inside their base. If they're in shambles in their base, we can really make some value out of that. But however, it's not going to work out in our favor these times around. Again, B3K, gotta be careful for it. I think it's just like a one shot onto Zuan if he does hit it. However, Pain is gonna go extremely low, 200 HP, and Zuan's doing a great job with the jukes. We're able to kind of close out this gap, basically even. So huge change around in the gameplay for us. As Livy does go invis, Zuan I think gets 3Ks, as Livy goes down, and Tyron is trying his best 1v3. We have 30 seconds left, so we need to kind of make a push relatively soon. We still have time, but it's running out for us. All right, so we do get the kill onto RBM, and Pain hits a nice 3K onto Zuan. That basically locks it down for them at this point. We're not able to get in. Juan Carlos gets a kill onto Tyrant, and that is going to be the game over. And yeah, we lose the first set pretty close. No, not really. We lose the set pretty badly, so let's move on to the next one. All right, so we lost that first set pretty handedly, honestly, and there was a lot of things that could have went a little bit better. His Livy didn't play quite the best usually on his Leon, and it's fine. It totally does happen. He could have got a little bit more value out of his invises, but other than that, I still am not a huge fan of the Byron Pam combo. I just think sometimes it's pretty easy to counter with the likes of B last pick. But either way, we're moving on to Pinhole Punt. We lock in Janet first pick. They are following up with a Carl, and I believe it's probably a Jean. Okay, the bans are going to be Bonnie, Penny, Lola, and Max, Ash, and Squeak. And obviously Ash and Max are banned, are literally targeted versus them. They love to play those brawlers and are very good at them. RBM is the best Ash maybe in the world. I don't know. It's very close between him and Killer in my opinion. They're both kind of insane, but either way, we're locking in now. We have to think of a couple options here. So then we went Gale, Daryl, and honestly, again, not the best draft in my opinion from our team, because we picked Daryl with them having last pick. Even though we locked in a Gale, which is the best counter to Daryl, they still have another good brawler that they can pick, and you can see that they lock in a Crow, which was actually a very, very smart pick, because we cannot push up the mid. I mean, Daryl can't walk mid. Daryl's going to get instantly slowed, targeted by all three of them. Anyone that walks mid is actually going to have a really, really hard time. So very smart heads up pick by them. We didn't really want to pick Daryl. We were trying to think of something else. However, we couldn't think of anything on the spot, so we ended up locking it in. But let's show you how this one played out. Here we go, hopping into the first game. Now, basically what we decided to do is we're going to go 2 lanes and Izlivi mid, and hopefully Izlivi can lock down the mid just a little bit enough so that they can't all run up. And he's hitting a ton of shots onto Pain at the moment, but you can see RBM's doing a fantastic job on the Carl, doing so much work. They get Tyrant and they waste no time scoring the goal, and so there they go. They start 1-0 very, very quickly, and it's not looking good for us. Honestly, we were a little bit shaken up after losing the first set and also having, you know, get scored on that fast inside of Brawl Ball. So here comes the double slow from Juan Carlos. Pain is gonna just miss. We might have been able to save that, but again, this is so hectic. They're putting the pressure on literally as soon as they can. Pain's gonna get a nice pull. Zuan's gonna have to play defense here, and again, luckily we have Gale inside of this comp. Now guys, Gale is one of the best defensive brawlers inside of Brawl Ball, if you didn't know already. And the fact is, it's really hard to score on a Gale. I mean, you have tornadoes, you have your super, you can just literally play defense for basically the entire game. And you can see Zuan's just gonna go grab the ball. It does go down very, very quickly. It's gonna be a very hard ball for Tyrant to stop, which he does. Luckily grabs the ball from Juan Carlos. We're able to save the game a little bit longer. Izlivi goes in, going for Carl here, doesn't quite get the kill and has to back up. So Zuan's just gonna blow them away, make sure that they don't heal up and kind of get a little bit more time. They're going to get a pull onto Tyrant. Again, it's not looking good for us whatsoever. They're playing this very, very well. And as walls go down, this is not in our favor whatsoever. So we need Tyrant to kind of make a play for us to do something, or at least Zuan to have super. And those are kind of our win conditions. You'll see later on in the game. So we have both supers at this point. So we're trying to find a kill. And as long as one of them missteps, you can see Tyrant's looking to get a nice roll here. He is going to go on to RBM, goes down, but creates a ton of pressure, and Zuan is going to push up inside the map, as well as Livy's getting somehow jukes out on a ton of shots right here. He does get basically a kill onto Pain, gets a kill onto RBM instead, flies in, trying to keep them low. Tyrant's gonna go in. Juan Carlos is gonna jump. We only have 15 seconds left though, and unfortunately that jump is basically going to lock it in for them. Tyrant's gonna try to make a miracle play. He does get super, gonna have to super onto that ball, but it's not going to work. So we lose the first game, and yeah, let's hop into the next one. All right, hopping into the next game. Now, in my opinion, I really don't think we had draft. I think the other team had such a better draft inside of this game. I think at least ours is a lot harder to play. And you guys will probably agree with me, I hope. Inside the comments, let me know if you agree. But either way, Zulon is pushing up the side, doing a fantastic job as Livy's pushing for this. We knew that we can kind of score from the sides of the sides of the map. You can see as Livy's going to go in. However, this might be very, very tough. Zulon's going to go for a stun here. We're actually might be able to go for this goal, but the slow is going to come out. RBM's going to save the day and actually get a double kill here onto both Livy and Zulon. And again, the crow slow was just so annoying for us to deal with. So Tyrant's left alone inside the middle of the map. They probably all have vision gear, so Tyrant really can't make a play. And we kind of have to just wait again. Like, that was our chance. And we don't get many chances whatsoever. So Zulon's going to get pulled and go down. Tyrant, again, you can see being very patient as Livy's going to have to fly. We're able to barely defend this, and Tyrant's going to try to charge super again, as Livy's going to be able to get a kill onto RBM with the help of Zulon, and we have another Gale super. Now, Gale super is so important because if you get one stun, you can basically score. So we're looking for any stun on anybody inside of a wall. If we get the kill, we can look for a goal. Tyrant's again playing super aggro to try to get super. He's going to go for the play here. It actually gets pulled out of it and unfortunately not able to score. It would have been a goal, but Payne has to use super to survive or save the game. And at this point, you can see that they're trying to go for a goal, but at the end of the day, Zulon is the last man alive, which is so important. If Zulon goes down, they can score, but Zulon has super, and so they can't really do anything. So either way, as Livy's going to fly in here, try to do something, absolutely get zero value. No, that was unfortunate from his Livy, but at the end of the day, it was worth its shot. So either way, here comes a nice stun from Zulon, able to get a kill onto Payne. He does, I believe, survive for a little bit longer, goes down from the pinch. And again, those are the plays I'm talking about. If we get a kill there without anybody going down, that is huge, and we're able to make a play. So Tyrant's going to, again, look for any opportunity he can with Daryl supers. Zulon has super himself, and overtime, again, is not in our favor whatsoever. Honestly, overtime's worse for us, so we have to try to make a play. Zulon's going to go for the stun, unfortunately not going to be able to hit it. And as Livy's going to fly in, Zulon gets pulled, survives for quite a long time. Tyrant does have roll, which is huge. They're able to get a kill onto literally everybody. Somehow, we actually get a win inside of overtime. Good last-minute plays from us. Get the win. We need one more, so let's go. All right, hopping into game 3. Somehow we got the unlikely win, in my opinion. I don't think we should be winning any of these games, in my opinion, at least. I think it's a very hard draft to win. However, we were able to kind of clutch up in overtime, make some very nice team plays to kind of get that going for us. But either way, as Livy doing a fantastic job dodging in the mid, I believe he's going to go down here very quickly, or maybe not. RBM's going in very aggressive, but Zulon and Tyrant do a fantastic job inside the mid, stalling so as Livy can heal up, and we're able to kind of stop their push right there. So that was a very dangerous situation for both teams. If one person went down on either team, I think both teams could have scored. However, both teams played it pretty smart, and we're kind of back into this stalemate inside of our spawn, which seems to happen. Now there, I believe, is a little bit of a waste of super from Zulon. I know what he's trying to do, try to get value, trying to getting it back as well. Goes down, and at this point, I think it's just a goal for them. I don't really know how we stop this without the Gale, so unfortunately, they get the first goal, and you can see how hard it is to play our comp. If we mess up one time, it's basically a goal for them. So again, look at this nice play from Tyrant. He gets a roll onto RBM. He has another roll ready to go, as Livy's making sure that Payne can't pass it by him. Tyrant gets another roll, gets the goal, and we tied up 1-1 very quickly. So nice play from Tyrant and a nice catch from his Livy, making sure the ball doesn't go too far back in our spawn. And either way, we're back to 1-1 and kind of stuck in our spawn one more time. You can see Payne has pull. He's able to pull his Livy. His Livy flies thinking he would survive, but unfortunately the crow poison does kill him. And you can see we're stuck in spawn, but we have the Gale super to bail us out, and they can't score. It's that annoying, honestly, guys. So either way, we're trying our best here, trying to get them out, but you can see that we're stuck in a very terrible spot. Tyrant's going to go for the play here, get a nice little roll, but at the end of the day, they're so grouped up together, it's very hard to kill anybody, but he releases a lot of pressure. Nice pull from Payne, actually, to get a kill onto his Livy. But here comes the tornado, and just like that, you thought you were going to score, but Zulon gets stunned. We get the ball out, and 20 seconds left. We're going to overtime, and again, overtime is not in our favor whatsoever. If anything, we need to kind of make a play now, and we were talking about it right here. We need to look to make a play because overtime, again, is very tough. So Zuan's going to get a nice super. Does go down. Tyrant's going to follow up, trying to get something in return, as Livy gets a kill, I believe, onto Juan Carlos, or very close, gets the trade. So now we are in a really weird situation. Tyrant's left with RBM left on their team, and is looking pretty dangerous right now for either one. Is Livy misclicked super? I have to slow mo this. Okay. So I had to slow this down to 0.5 times just because so much was happening in this quick second. So is Livy misclicked his super at this point and is flying in by mistake. Now Tyrant has to roll on the ball because RBM can flying hook to it and just score. Now Zuan pushes them away while his Livy lands. As Livy gets a ton of damage, Juan Carlos jumps, we get the ball by him as Livy lives on 200 HP and scores the goal. So much happened in so little amount of time. I had to slow it down for you guys, and somehow we win the Brawl Ball set, tying it up 1-1 versus Vatra. All right, hopping into the third set on Canal Grande. So the draft is playing out. The bans are going to be Jean, Surge, Gale, Ash, Janet, and Carl. They first pick Penny. We then proceed to go Tick, Bonnie, and I believe they go Daryl and Belle. So their comp is actually so well-rounded. They have an answer to literally everything we have. Belle's good into Bonnie. Daryl's good into Tick, and Penny's just an overall really good brawler here just because of the new gadgets. So either way, we actually misclicked, or at least that's what his Livy said. He misclicked here, and I'm gonna give him the benefit of the doubt. We misclicked Squeak. We wanted to pick something else. I'm not even gonna say because I think it was a dumb pick, or at least it wasn't as good as of a pick, and Squeak was probably actually a better pick. So you know what? I'm not even going to complain. I think it actually worked out better for us. However, Squeak and Tick are very, very weak to Daryl, so it's not a great matchup for us. But either way, again, as Livy's one of the best Squeaks. So here we go, hopping into the first game. A lot of going on inside the VC, so either way, we had to focus up for this game. We knew we could still win, and look at the Penny value right off the bat. He hits one shot and is probably very close to there. Penny turret already. As Livy does go down, so we have probably the worst start we could ask for, but we were able to trade a kill onto Juan Carlos, locking down the lead, but we have zero control. And control is the name of the game inside this map. So unfortunately, it is not looking good for us. However, luckily, Bonnie's one of those brawlers that can kind of just disrupt the control and jump in and do some crazy plays. And we're going to push up onto Juan Carlos just like this, get the Penny turret out. We're able to survive as well as gain control on this right side. So looking not bad as of now. So here comes another Penny turret, which is kind of unfortunate. Those are actually super annoying to deal with. And Daryl has roll, and here comes the Daryl. Look how hard it is to kill this Daryl. RBM gets one, almost two, forcing his Livy inside of their base, and as Livy's just going to get pinched. And there they go. They got the lead back, they got control back, and that's all because of one Daryl roll. And that is what we were worried about inside of this draft. And Bonnie goes down, Zuan goes down, and here comes another Daryl roll as Livy goes down, and we're not looking fantastic right now. However, RBM is going to go in. I believe we're going to trade this kill. Zuan's going to do a fantastic play, actually. Jump onto Juan Carlos, gets the kill somehow, and we're back in the lead, and RBM's rolling in mid, which is very, very bold of him. However, it works out probably in their favor, just because they get control. Actually, it does not work out in their favor. RBM almost dies. If he dies there, that would have been huge. A Bell Mine hits Tyrant, and Tyrant actually goes down, which is so, so sad. The Bell Mines ended up being so good. As Livy gets a kill, so we are still losing here just by a little bit, as Livy has to survive. We need a play here, but with 8 seconds left, and they have Penny turret, they have Daryl roll, and Bell is just shooting down the lanes. It's very, very tough. As Livy's too low to kind of make a play, we're trying our best, but we're going to lose that first game. Very, very close. 16-16, just lost by the Blues. All right, here we go. Game number 2, and I don't know. We played that pretty well, honestly, in my opinion. However, we decided not to triple lane just because they get too much value out of Penny and Bell at the start. So we went Squeak solo. Zuan and Tyrant are going to do their best to kill Juan Carlos here. Now, Juan Carlos goes so aggressive, which is kind of great. I didn't even realize how aggressive he goes. He is going to die, but they get mid control. So whether that was a good play or not, I'm not sure. We do trade a kill or two. Zuan actually survives, so it actually works out in our favor. We also nuked RBM with his Livy Squeak super, and we got control out of it. So honestly, it worked out in our favor, but You can see how messy the starts of these games are just because every team is fighting for control. If you don't have control of this map, you lose. It's basically that simple. So that's kind of how you draft as well. You need brawlers that get control early, whether that is Squeak, Tick, Penny, Daryl, anything like that, even Bonnie as well. So either way, here comes RBM on the flank. Zuan's going to have to deal with that while the other two are locking down the mid. And it's going to be a stalemate for quite a while here. So I'm going to skip forward. Nothing happens. Like, honestly, nothing happens within the 20 seconds. Couple shots here and there. But basically, they knew that they were just going to go in last second. That's kind of their game plan here. So we're down to 15 seconds. We also knew. So here comes RBM. Zuan's going to jump. It might have been a bold jump, but we were able to trade the kill. And at this point, Tyron and his Livy just need to survive, but they can't cross the mid because his Livy Squeak is just so annoying. So we get those kills, we get the win, and worked out. All right, here we go into a game number 3 on Canal Grande. And I'm telling you guys, this is going to be a long video, so I hope you do stick around to the end, and I hope you guys enjoy. But let me know if it's too long. I can shorten it next time, but either way, hopping into this, we ended up getting a kill onto Penny, I believe. We also get a kill onto Juan Carlos. So this is the best start we've had yet. And Squeak's going to come over just because we did not want to get, 1v1 by the Daryl. Even though Daryl still has roll, which is going to happen right about now. Daryl's going to get a kill, and this is, again, why Daryl was such a good pick into our comp, and it was so risky. Now, Zuan is going to absolutely pop off on the other side of the map, getting basically a triple kill here with the help of everybody for the last kill. He has 5 stars to his name. He basically 1v2'd the other team while we dealt with the Daryl, and at this point, we have full control, which is something that's rare for our comp to have versus theirs. But luckily we got it, and at this point we're looking so good. It's actually really hard for them to come back. They need a Daryl roll or something, but Juan Carlos is hitting a couple nice shots onto his Livy, getting him low. Zuan's just gonna keep hitting shots onto RBM. That is the kill. We're looking so good. 16-2 right now. I don't even know how they come back. Now, something here to note is that obviously you can jump in as Bonnie. However, sometimes it's better just to hold the big form, just because you do so much damage at long range. And if you do jump in like this, you're kind of stuck in mini form for a long time. But we're able to, get the kills. RBM's gonna roll inside of our base, trying to survive being super annoying while they're gonna push up the map. But I believe we're gonna be able to get this kill. A little bit sloppy, but we got it, so it doesn't really matter. 15 seconds left. It is still 22-2. We're gonna win this game. There's nothing they can do. Even if they team wipe, I don't believe they have enough stars. So we're gonna skip it, and or actually I'll just show you the ending real quick. We do win, and they're not even able to get a kill, I don't believe. So there we go. 22-2, the final game. And we win that set, putting us 2-1 versus Vatra. Now I realize this video has already been going on so long, so I'm going to skip a lot of this draft. So basically, here are the bans. They first pick Rico, best brawler on this map, with the likes of Ruff, Stu, all that band. And Carl, those are kind of the brawlers that are good versus Rico. However, we still locked in the 8-bit Leon. They're going to proceed with Jean and Bonnie, and we're going to last pick Sandy. Now, last pick, we could have switched something up. We probably should have went like Daryl or something. A little more tanky, could have been a little bit better. However, that is the draft. Let's show you how it plays out. All right, hopping into this game now, we're skipping a little bit of the start because basically nothing happens. Tyrant's going to go aggro, does go down, but we're at a 4-gem advantage right now, so they do the right thing. They go super aggressive as Tyrant goes down, and kind of forces us back inside the map. However, at the end of the day, we still got the gem lead, which was huge. Tyrant does go down again, unfortunately, and this was probably, yeah, we could have won something a little bit better than Sandy, I believe. It was probably not quite as good as I thought, but either way, we do kind of lose the lead here, 4-4. Zuan does get a turret, and his Livy's doing a very good job versus Rico. Honestly, it's a very tough matchup as Livy gets a couple kills here, which is huge, and we're looking pretty good right now. So we do get our Sandy super right about now, and we're looking pretty good, even though as Livy goes down, Zuan's gonna be able to steal this gem. Payne is still trying to get super here. We're able to kill Juan Carlos, I believe, so nice pinch there. And we have another 8-bit turret just because it was probably going to go down to the likes of RBM. And we're looking fantastic right now. We just need 2 more gems. We still have 8-bit TPs, which is super important. You can see Zuan's just going to pick that up, TP out. Now, here's what we do wrong. Honestly, we just have to play this a little bit slower. Is Livy goes a little bit too aggressive, goes down very, very fast. And now Tyrant is kind of forced to help with Juan Carlos. They get a couple nice kills. They're all stuck here. Payne hits the pole, and they're able to kind of capitalize. We do take back 8 gems, but they're able to keep this game alive, and it was so close. I honestly, very nice pull from Pain to hit Zulon basically behind as Livy. So at this point, they just need one more gem to start the countdown, and then the next one's on their side. We knew we couldn't give them that gem. However, I believe we get that kill, so we're able to kind of clutch up here, and it's looking a little bit better for us. Here comes the RBM super. It's a very, very close game as Livy's gonna go very low. He does go down to the likes of Bonnie, and at this point we knew it was probably over. We have to kind of reset here. We do dodge out on the pull. We have an 8-bit turret. We're pushing up the map. We can reset one more time, but it is very difficult to push into their comp, and we're gonna go for it. We knew we needed at least 1 kill, and I believe they all stay up, and so we're gonna lose that game. Very, very close. I thought we had it, but unfortunately they were able to clutch up with a nice Gene super. So let's get to the next. All right, here we go, game 2. Now I skipped a little bit of the start. Nothing really happened. I mean, we got a couple trades. No gems have been picked up other than 1 or 2. So either way, same kind of thing. However, again, this matchup on the right side is Livy versus RBM is very tough for his Livy. However, he did a fantastic job the first game. Hoping he can do it again this game, because again, not a great matchup for him. But we do have an 8-bit turret now. Unfortunately, they take it out very quickly, which I think we should definitely place it a little bit more safe, because Bonnie was able to get that, and I didn't really know Bonnie was able to hit that angle so easily. So unfortunately, we lose our 8-bit turret very quickly, which is so important. We get it back though, luckily, pretty quickly, thanks to some nice shots from Zulon. We're able to kill Juan Carlos, able to get a sandstorm as well, pushing up the map as Livy gets a nice kill onto RBM. And here we go, we're locking back the lead. We got 6-5. We're looking pretty good right now, actually. We kill Pain even, and everybody's up inside their base, so this is literally best case scenario. Zuan is at 7 now, as Livy's gonna go in one more time, gets another nice kill, but gets bounced by Pain. Tyrant's gonna make a nice play here, I believe, trying to get a couple gems, gets a lot of damage, has Sandstorm again. Zuan's gonna have to TP out. We only need 1 more gem after this one. I think we're gonna pick it up, or maybe not. But either way, Pain's extremely low, does go down to his Livy. He goes down as well, but either way, I think Juan Carlos desperately going in here. Zulon's gonna pick up 1. Tyrant has 2. So as long as they both stay alive, we win this game. But this is basically like last time. We could go down here and they could get another pull. However, we kill Pain, and that locks it down. Unless RBM gets the craziest super of his life, but we're gonna TP out of that. We're gonna get the second win, going to game 3, like every other set. Here we go, going into game 3, and basically, again, I'm skipping a little bit of the start. This video is already extremely long. However, we had a pretty poor start with RBM killing his Livy and Tyrant also going down. So now we're kind of stuck in our spawn with Zulon having no turret, and this is where it becomes very, very difficult. So we need to get out somehow or another. And RBM is going to get his Livy, I believe, very, very low. Does find his Livy inside the lollipop drop, so his Livy goes down too. Tyrant's trying to make some pressure so Zulon can push up the map, trying his best. However, will go down eventually. We still have no 8-bit turret, which is so unfortunate. RBM doing absolute work, and that is what the matchup should have happened, honestly, every game in my opinion. RBM should be able to win that every single time. However, I mean, at this point, it's 9-0 in gems already. We're looking very, very bad. We have our turrets, but it's kind of too late. We need to play for this next gem. So Livy gets a nice kill onto RBM, but we knew the next gem is on their spawn. So you can see that we're pushing up the map at so low HP. We have no choice at this point. And Livy's going to go for it. Tyrant gets pulled. Someone had to get pulled. Zulon's going to go for the TP to collect the gems. But that's going to be the game. And I'm not even going to show you the rest just because we're not able to reset. We actually kill them, but it doesn't matter. They get the win. And we go 2-2 in sets, so we're going to a 5th set. All right, here we go, 5th set, Flaring Phoenix, a map that we have not won on very consistently in the past. One of our worst maps, actually. So here we go. They lock in a Tick first pick, which is actually a very good brawler. We need something to answer, and we're going to answer with Bonnie and Pam, and they go Lola Bell. We last pick Daryl, and we have so much HP, and I actually love our comp. So let's hop into it and show you how it works. We're hopping into the first game. Now, I'm going to skip through a lot of this because actually nothing happens. I mean, this is the name of the game in Knockout. You can see it gets a little bit dicey here and there, but everyone is just playing for their supers. So, okay, I'll stop right here. We have Lola Clone, we have Pam Turret, Daryl Roll, Bonnie Jump. basically every super in the game is ready for as soon as the smoke comes in. So once you see that smoke comes in, you'll start to see some plays. So here goes Zuan. This is where it becomes hectic. Tyrant's gonna roll onto Pain, actually goes down here. Very nice heads up play by Pain, gets the kill. However, Bonnie is a menace right here, and we jumped a little bit too late. He also missed the jump, which was so unfortunate, but he redeems himself later. I won't spoil it if you haven't watched already, but we do lose that first round, which I think we should have won that 100%. But either way, a little bit of a mess up. And again, I'm going to skip through because, again, nothing happens, guys. I mean, a lot of back and forth. The smoke comes in. Here comes Tyrant. Gets so much damage onto both RBM and Pain. Here comes the Pam turret. Here comes his Livy jump. We win that round. Again, hectic at the last couple seconds, but that's basically what happens. So I'm going to skip again because, again, nothing actually happens for a very long time. Okay. And here we go. It's almost about to be the smoke. So I'm going to stop right about here, and you can see that they actually have Tick onto Pam, which is a smart matchup for them, just because Pam can't really deal with Tick. You can see Zuan trying to make a play. Nice ammo steal from Zuan. The smoke is coming in. Tyrant's going to get a nice kill onto RBM. Gets another roll here, causing so much damage. Juan Carlos is literally one shot. Can we get the kill on Pain? We do, and then we also get a kill onto Juan Carlos. So we win the first game at Knockout. And we need one more to move on to the final. Again, I skipped through a lot of the map because, again, nothing happens. Everyone's just trying to charge super. Now, honestly, if I was them, I would have to try to make a play on this left side of the map. You can't really make a play with Tick. However, you can see everything's going down. Nice Lola clone from RBM. Basically cancels out Zuan's Scrap Sucker gadget. But Tyrant gets so much value, and this is the freest win for his Livy ever. And RBM dies to the smoke. So we get the first game. Again, so much is happening the last second. It's pretty hard to commentate. But that's all the action that happens inside these games. So either way. All right, so skipping through to kind of later on inside the map. The smoke is about to come in. You can see we're making a play right about now. Tyrant's going to roll. He rolls a little bit too far. However, Zuan actually goes down to all of them combined. However, is Livy clutches up and gets a triple kill with Bonnie. I'm going to show that one more time just because how nice this was. And I knew it could happen. However, he gets a double kill right off the bat and kills RBM. Gets the triple kill, makes up for his missed jump earlier, and that is it. We win. A nice pose from his Livy, and we're able to win, moving on to the final. And there you guys have it. We're able to win 3-2 versus Vatra, a super close series, but that puts us on to the finals. So GG's to Vatra, and if you want to see the finals, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and I hope to see you in the next video. Peace.